Hello friends, now we are going to discuss second application for Gauss's theorem. The application is to find the electric intensity at any point situated near a charged wire. Charged wire means charged cylinder. So the question will be find electric intensity at any point situated near a charged cylinder with the help of Gauss's theorem. For that, consider a charged cylinder having radius capital R. This is natural axis of this cylinder. These plus signs represent charges resided on the surface of the cylinder. Now let us consider any point P situated at a distance R from the axis of the given cylinder. Our job is to find electric intensity at any point P situated near a charged cylinder. For that, let us form an imaginary coaxial Gaussian cylinder. Coaxial means this cylinder and original cylinder has same axis. So let us form an imaginary Gaussian cylinder passing through point P and coaxial with the original cylinder. Let us consider a small area ds of this imaginary Gaussian cylinder around point P. Let us consider small area ds of this Gaussian cylinder around point P. Now, this area ds is situated at a distance r from the charge q, and electric intensity due to charge over area ds is directed radially outwards. Similarly, area vector of this area ds is also outward. So angle between ds bar and e bar is 0. As angle between e bar and ds bar is 0, we will have eds cos theta as eds. So here explanation is given. Consider a charged wire of radius r and linear charge density lambda. Linear charge density means charge upon length. Its SI unit is coulomb per meter. Let P is any point situated at a distance r from axis of the cylinder. To find electric field at point P due to charged wire, let us consider an imaginary Gaussian cylinder passing through point P, which is coaxial with the given cylinder. Now consider a small area ds around point P. By symmetry of the figure, electric field at all points at the end caps means these are. End caps of the imaginary cylinder has equal magnitude and directed outwards. And angle between area vector ds bar and e bar is 0. Now let us move on to the next step of this derivation. Now, electric flux over area ds due to charge on cylinder is d phi equals to e bar dot ds bar. That is E ds cos theta. But as angle is 0, cos 0 is 1, and therefore electric flux over area ds is ADS. Now, total flux over entire Gaussian surface, imaginary, Gaussian surface is phi equals to d phi, that is ADS. Now, E into integration of ds. E is uniform. Now, ds is the area of the curved surface of the cylinder, and that is 2 pi r L. This is equation number 1. And this equation is by the definition of electric flux. But we have to apply Gaussian theorem, Gauss's theorem. And by Gauss's theorem, electric flux coming out of the cylinder is phi equals to total charge upon permittivity. So equating 1 and 2 we get E into 2 pi RL is equal to Q upon epsilon 0. So electric intensity at any point situated near a charged cylinder is 2 pi RL epsilon 0. But Q upon L, that is charge per unit length, is lambda. That's why this can be written as 2 pi R epsilon 0. This is general formula for electric intensity at any point situated near a charged cylinder. So that's it for this derivation. Thank you.